counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be presto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more dress though. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dumb make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, full of points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pigs.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and their inner-city rivals, the New York Jets. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Alert! Check it out!
Stafford on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Jack! He's checking. Hey, 22! Hey, wahoo!
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford, and he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Middle. Come to my world. Check it.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. His first running back, McCoy. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Stay 50. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 61, matchbox lights. 53, ready.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Greg Olsen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
From the red zone now, Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hey, Delta.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready, lady.
Silver.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
White. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He finds McCoy. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Stay 50. Hey, box drop.
from the gun. Here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And that's caught by Smith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Defense wins championships, baby.
A first down throw for Brissett. A screen here to Vereen. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got some space here. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Brissett. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second and a yard, Stafford. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Reset. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Brissett now. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Rolling to his right, and that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
got the lead.
we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Brissett to throw on 1st. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Brissett on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A first throw for the backup, Griffin. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is RG3. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Come on, baby.
From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. And he's got Moncrief. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Airing it out for Olsen. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused.
Slam, slam, slam. Alert 3, alert 3. Hut, 64. Weak. Bravo.
Second and 10 now. Griffin. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Trent Murphy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check. Check. Shoot. Kill.
They'll run it again with Henry. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
On second down, here's Henry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Giants! Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense?
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
No. Check 99. Check 99.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Rush in.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Hey, watch it. Check 50, check 50. Zoom.
Now they'll throw it with Griffin. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This is McCoy. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Moncrief brings it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dante Moncrief. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They begin with Henry. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They keep it with Henry on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters.
And he loses the football a second time. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating.
And this is caught inside the 5. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Defense, let's go. Check.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Trent Murphy getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Jets, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you